The hard truth of being an actor. No bullshit, no lying. So grab your tissue, grab your drink, and let's get into it. When I honestly first started in this industry, I truly thought that this was going to be a fun, like, oh, this is cute. I'm an actor. I get to tell people I'm in this industry. I get to run to an audition with my lines and grab a little Starbucks coffee on the way. And that really was not the case whatsoever. I don't know whoever told me that or what movie put that into my head, but that is literally clearly not the situation of what goes on in this industry. I even remember in theater school, they really kind of gave us a different perspective of what this industry is and really showed us what's it really like to be in the industry. And some of it, yes, it's true of what I'm dealing with now, but a lot of it is not. This whole notion of you don't take breaks, because once you take a break, then that's it. The industry is out and you're never getting back in. That is so not true. I know people who have left the industry and come back and they're honestly doing better and bigger than the people who've been in it, grinding it, as we say now. When I graduated theater school, I was truly hit with such a harsh reality of what this industry is and what it does to you and what you have to do to stay in it. I was honestly mind blown. I did not see this coming. I didn't understand what was happening. And I quickly got a reality check, a major reality check. Not only that, I was really I was an egotistical actor. I was full of myself. I felt like I was the best and the only best. And that is very normal with people who are new to the industry. And especially if you're younger and if you're also fresh out of theater school, there's this sense of I just did 4 years of a conservatory program. I know what's up. I'm you don't know anything because they don't teach you anything in theater school for the reality. So you gotta kind of start from the beginning. And this is where my channel came in, because I want to be able to tell people and show people what exactly happens in this industry. Sure, this is the pool of us. This is where I am with all of you honeys, okay? And then there's Hollywood. So how do we get there? And once you get there, how do you stay there? But there's a big gap between us and Hollywood. And the reality is, it's not all about Hollywood. This industry, I think, plays a lot about that, because it's the Oscars, it's the Golden Globes, it's the red carpets, it's the big Warner Brothers or Paramount Pictures or Universal Studios movies, blah, 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 Marvel, all that stuff. Yeah, that's great. But it's not just that. There's so much more in this circle that you could be doing that can get you really great places, and this gap that gets you to Hollywood as well. And people miss that. People don't talk about that. And not only that, once you get to Hollywood, none of those stars really kind of tell you, yeah, I worked 3 jobs just to make it by. Yeah, I cried every day when I came from my serving job, knowing that I'm exhausted from my serving job, but now I have to do a self-tape as well that I'm probably not going to book. Yeah, I probably didn't book for 3 years before I finally got my first one-liner. No one really talks about this true reality, and this is where my channel came in, because I know I can get to that state, but I just want to be honest on my entire step process of getting there and what's it like. I had someone ask me this question, and they asked me, is it hard to be an actor? And I was okay, how do I answer this? Because yes, it is, but it also can be very rewarding and fun if you don't focus on the hard part. Look, the reality is, it is a hard industry. I think it's the hardest industry to be in, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to lie to you, and I'm not trying to steer you away from being an actor. No, I just want you to realize that there is a lot you're going to put into it, and you're going to get probably 0% back most of the time. It is extremely mentally draining. It is extremely emotionally draining. It's extremely physically draining. You will do countless of self-tapes, countless, and you will feel like you are so close to getting one, so close, and then you don't get it for whatever reason, because maybe my hair is red, or because I have freckles, or because my talent was a bit different for what they're looking for. The reasons of it are millions. But then there's going to be times where you're going to go on a streak where you don't book for a really long time and no explanation about it. Or you're booking crazy. Or you're booking things that you don't want to be booking. You're constantly getting those stupid commercials or whatever. And you don't understand, you're always in this state of unknown when you're in this industry. all the time. Like every week, you don't know when you're getting an audition. You have your week planned. Like for example, today is Saturday, I'm filming this video. I have my whole entire week planned. I know that Monday, Thursday, and Friday, I'm working. Tuesday and Wednesday, Mikita is taking me out for a surprise date night somewhere. He's taking me out of the city. That I know. So I'm hoping to God I don't have a self-tape that I have to do Tuesday, Wednesday, because I'm not even going to bring my camera equipment. I'm not going to bring my stuff. I'm also not going to be in the headspace to be doing audition. But I'm constantly every week in the state of unknown because I don't know when the next audition is coming, when the next booking is coming, the next meal ticket, like none of these things. Not only that, like I just recently, a few weeks ago, posted a video about talking about self-love in this industry. And it is very difficult to stay in a state of positivity and in this like bubble of self-love when you are constantly being rejected by the industry, when you're constantly needing to validate yourself, to be told that you are good enough to be in this industry. It's hard to stay in that state of mind when you're constantly getting a no from every audition, from every agent, from every casting director. It's not easy. It's not. I, first of all, highly recommend that every actor, every industry professional, whether you're behind the scenes or in front of the camera, I think you need a therapist. And I'm not kidding. Like, I'm dead serious. Therapy, I think, is so important and it is so big and so valid in this industry. I really highly recommend everyone getting one. It just helps you release whatever you got, the anger that you got about this industry, and you can chat about it in therapy. It helps you understand that most of the time while you're not getting something, it's not because of you. It's not because of your looks or your talent. It's just the way it's working out. And it's absolutely out of your control. And there is zero thing or control or anything you can do about it. So therapy is your best friend, and therapy is going to be your number one thing that will help you get through the day-to-day stuff of being an actor. This industry is also exhausting. You're going to be working crazy hours, whether you're on set for 18 hours for 3 months straight, and then all of a sudden you're 1 week you're doing night shoots, and then all of a sudden they switch it and you're doing day shoots, and then in between that you're going to be back on night shoots. Or if you're just in the audition season, you're going to be getting auditions at the yin yang, and you're also trying to serve and do your serving job or whatever day job you have or anything. And then you want to insert your, like everyday life and seeing your partner and seeing your friends and seeing your family. And you almost feel like you never get a day off. And like the days that you do have off, you end up doing auditions because you're like, well, it's the only day that I'm not working or seeing anybody or literally doing anything else. So yeah, I guess it's going to be self-tape day. My Sundays is the day that I don't work at my serving job. And Sunday always ends up being not a me day, but a day to where I either film my TikTok videos, I plan a YouTube video, or I do auditions that are due literally the next day. Being in this industry can get really difficult. And I feel that if you don't have the proper mental health, and I feel that if you don't have the proper resources to get help when you feel that you really need it, that your brain is crashing, it can get really ugly fast. But this industry is also really beautiful. And I think it is an incredible talent to be able to do what we do. I think it's an incredible talent to be as vulnerable as we are and to be able to have a million random people watch you and you like pour your heart out. You're creating art. During COVID, what did everybody do? They all turned to Netflix and Crave and Disney Plus and whatever other platforms out there, and they watched all of their favorite videos that we created because we make people feel good about themselves. We help people with their comfort. We help people with their anxiety. Like, when things are rough, people turn to art, and we're almost like their form of therapy that they need. And that brings me a lot of joy wanting to be in this industry. Yeah, this shit is tough. I'm not gonna lie. And it's difficult. And like right now I'm going on a year 2 without booking anything. And it is making me like lose my mind. And I am going crazy by being like, is it me? Did I change my hair color? Is it my hair color? Like, what exactly is? And yeah, I know we've had a strike the last few months, but prior to that, I haven't booked. So yeah, it can get crazy and it can get really negative on you, but you need to remember that you need to get your stuff figured out in here first. Because if you're going to continue going with a negative mindset in here, it's really going to it's going to show in your work. It's going to show in your energy and just your aura around you when you're walking around. People are going to feel the desperation and the confusion And I'm maybe not even surprised right now if I'm doing self-tapes, the odd ones that I get during the strikes, that they come off a little bit desperate and they come off a little bit like, please, I want this, I want this. Like, casting directors can feel that, you know, that's why they're casting directors. That's why they're good at what they do, because they feel that there, and it's not what you want. You don't want to be desperate. You will get that booking. It's going to come. It's going to maybe take time, but it's going to be there. And when it does come, it is going to be beautiful and you're going to feel a lot of amazing things. But in the meantime, you have to remember that even though you want to be an actor and acting is something that's extremely important to you, acting is not your only source of happiness. You cannot just solely base your entire love, passion, happiness on acting, because it is a career that will not reward you back with the amount of work that you put into it on a day-to-day basis. And that is really important to remember that. Put that on a t-shirt, get a tattoo. Don't get a tattoo, obviously don't do that. Metaphorically, get a tattoo, like put it in your brain. Like, this is something I live by, that I love what I do. And what I put into it, I'm not going to get that much back into it. And that is okay. Because at the end of the day, one day I'm going to make beautiful art and people are going to watch it. And I'm going to be there for our therapy. I'm going to end this video now. I feel like I can continue talking about it for like hours, but I don't want to. I just wanted to make this like a quick little video where I talk about the hard truth and the hard reality of being an actor. But I want to end it on a positive note that yes, it's tough, but as long as you kind of have your head on like a good shoulder and a good base, you're going to be okay. And again, remember, like, reach out to your acting friends. Like, you get together with them, chat with them, like vent to them. Like, oh my God, guys, we're all in the same industry. I get it. You also have me. I may not know you, but like, reach out to me. You have me on my Instagram. You have me on my YouTube. Reach out in the comments, DM me. I am so here to listen to you and to understand what you're going through, because I am just like you, going through it all the time. So please remember, I'm always here. My DMs are always open. I love you, honeys, so, so, so much. Go make that art, and I'm going to see you all next Friday. Bye, honeys.